I am delighted to address the 13th Global Forum on Migration and Development. I would like to thank His Excellency Nasser Al-Hamli for his leadership as chair of the forum. We're living in unprecedented times. More than 85 million COVID-19 cases and over 1.8 million related deaths have been recorded worldwide. The OECD's latest projections show that OECD economies will rebound, growing at 3.3% in 2021, yet recovering only partially from the deep recession in 2020. Global GDP is expected to rise by 4.2% this year and by 3.7% in 2022. Now, COVID-19 has also radically affected human mobility. The confinement and border closures throughout the world have put a brake on migration. According to the latest OECD International Migration Outlook, migration flows to the OECD plummeted by nearly 50% in the first semester of 2020, reaching historic lows. Now, there are strong signs that mobility will not return to previous levels for some time due to weaker labor demand, travel restrictions, and increased remote working. Not only are migrants the first to lose their jobs in some countries, they have also faced challenges in accessing essential services and social protection, including healthcare, by the way. At the same time, many migrants have been at the center of the response to the pandemic. Many of them are essential workers. For example, women migrants, they constitute the majority of health workers caring for patients, while many others work as cleaners within hospitals or social care settings. Today, some 8.5 million women migrants, are domestic workers on precarious contracts, are facing income loss. They also face much greater risks of abuse and exploitation, particularly those who cannot return home due to travel bans and border controls. Now, many migrants have also lost their sources of income during the confinement. In turn, this has affected remittances to low and middle-income countries, which are likely to fall from an all-time high of about 548 billion in 2019 to a projected 470 billion this year. So a big drop. In line with global commitments to reinforce the positive interlinkages between humanitarian development, peace actors, we must bring a greater development perspective to situations of forced displacement. And for this, we need to foster platforms for peer learning, to leverage already existing development efforts from both hosting and donor countries, and to incorporate a variety of actors into such efforts. Moreover, the true impact on migration is yet to come, as we expect a particularly strong decline in demand-driven labor migration. However, not all labor shortages disappear during a downturn, nor do family and humanitarian migration come to a standstill. Migration is not a tap that can be turned on and off at will. We need a broad, coherent, comprehensive approach. We need an international migration strategy that can address an array of complex challenges, from pre-departure to return migration, and also the diaspora issue, the diasporic engagement, if you want to call it like that. It's not an easy job. It requires responding to various economic, social, environmental, and human rights facets of international migration. For example, it requires us to anticipate the future demand in skills and its impact on recruitment and training mechanisms. So, dear friends, as we forge ahead, we must seize the opportunity presented by the COVID-19 pandemic to change our approach on the global challenge of international migration. Rest assured that the OECD will continue to support countries on this important agenda to ensure that international migration brings net benefits to migrants, to their families, as well as to the countries of origin, of transit, and of their final destination. Thank you.